Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about a technological revolution that's right around the corner. It's one that could either unlock humanity's greatest secrets or, break the very systems that keep our digital world from falling apart.
And no, I'm not being dramatic. This isn't some far-off sci-fi plot. It's the very real challenge posed by quantum computers. So today, we're going to dig into how this totally new kind of computing poses a massive threat to our digital lives and at the same time holds the key to building a much stronger, more secure future.
Okay, so what exactly makes a quantum computer so different from the laptop you're probably watching this on? Well, it all boils down to one single, pretty radical idea.
See, your laptop, your phone, pretty much every computer we use today runs on bits. And you can just think of bits as tiny little light switches. They're either on or they're off, a 1 or a 0. It's a very straightforward black and white kind of world.
But quantum computers, they use something called qubits. And thanks to this mind-bending property called superposition, a qubit can be a 0, a 1, or somehow both at the exact same time. This ability to exist in multiple states at once gives them this almost unimaginable processing power. It lets them chew through certain kinds of problems exponentially faster than any classical machine ever could.
Right, but here's the catch. This incredible new power, it also creates a huge, massive vulnerability for, our entire digital world.
Our whole system of digital trust, I'm talking online banking, secure messaging, even government secrets, it's all built on encryption. Think of it like a digital lock. And these locks are based on math problems that are just practically impossible for even the world's beefiest supercomputers to solve.
But way back in 1994, a mathematician named Peter Shor came up with an algorithm that just changes the entire game. For a powerful enough quantum computer, Shor's algorithm makes solving these impossible problems totally trivial. It completely shatters the security of the encryption we all rely on every single day.
And this hypothetical moment, it actually has a name, Q-Day. It's that tipping point where a quantum computer can finally break our current defenses. Now, experts argue about the exact date, but the general feeling is that it's no longer a question of if, but when. And most are pointing to sometime in the next couple of decades.
This means the threat isn't years away. It's already here. Right now, adversaries are siphoning up huge amounts of encrypted data. They can't read it, yet, but they're storing it, building up this massive digital stockpile that they can unlock the second Q-Day arrives. So yeah, the clock is ticking.
So what are we doing about it? How is the world preparing for this huge shift? Well, it's basically a global race to architect our defense, to build a brand new digital shield before the old one shatters for good.
The answer from the global cybersecurity community is something called post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. These are brand new encryption algorithms developed through this intense, years-long competition run by NIST, the U.S. National Institute of Standards and Technology. The whole idea is that they're based on math problems that are believed to be too hard for both classical and quantum computers to crack.
And really, there are two main defensive strategies taking shape. On one hand, you've got PQC, which is a software-based solution. The beauty of it is that it's designed to run on the computers we already have and scale across the entire internet. Then on the other hand, there's quantum key distribution, or QKD. Now this is a hardware solution that uses the actual laws of physics to secure communications. Super cool, but for now, it's pretty much limited to shorter point-to-point connections.
You have to understand, this transition is one of the biggest infrastructure projects in human history. It's like trying to rebuild the foundation of every single building in a city, all while people are still living and working in them. And a project that big, well, it requires an army of specialized architects and engineers.
So what kind of expertise is actually going to be needed for this massive, multi-year transition? I mean, this isn't just a software update we're talking about. It's a fundamental reshaping of our digital world, and it's creating a whole new landscape of really stable, long-term careers.
A career path in this field is, truly multidisciplinary. You need a deep understanding of advanced math, especially these new types of cryptography that NIST has standardized. You also have to know quantum physics to really get the threat and some of the solutions. And, of course, you need a super strong foundation in computer science to weave all these new standards into the networks we already have.
All this demand is creating entirely new job titles that just didn't exist a few years ago. We're going to need PQC migration engineers to manage the whole switchover, quantum hardware architects to build new secure chips, and even quantum risk compliance officers to help organizations figure out their strategy.
But here's the thing.
The emergence of a brand new, super high-demand field like this gives us a really rare opportunity. It's not just a chance to build new technology. It's a chance to build a more inclusive and equitable workforce right from the ground up and maybe avoid repeating the mistakes of the past.
And let's be really clear about this. The tech world as it is today has some significant challenges. Just look at the data. A huge majority of women in science and engineering, 72%, feel like there's bias in their performance evaluations. That is a massive barrier to getting in the door and moving up. And for underrepresented women of color, the trend has been moving in, frankly, an alarming direction. Despite all the talk about diversity in tech, the share of computing degrees earned by Black, Latina, and Native American women has actually dropped by 40% in the last 25 years.
And this is a statistic that really puts it all into perspective. In the entire history of the United States, fewer than 150 physics PhDs have ever been awarded to Black women. And with quantum computing being so deeply rooted in physics, this gap isn't just a number, it's a critical problem that we have to solve.
So this brings up a really important question as we're all standing here at the dawn of the quantum age. Do we really have to carry these old patterns of exclusion into this brand new field?
The answer can be and should be a resounding no. And there are some incredible initiatives already working to change that narrative. A perfect example is the IBM HBCU Quantum Center. It's a partnership between IBM and a whole group of historically Black colleges and universities, and it was created specifically to build a diverse, quantum-aware workforce.
And their mission goes way beyond just access. It's about ownership. By creating a sense of belonging, providing research funding, and connecting students with the bigger quantum community, the center is really pushing this idea of inclusion from the start. It's all about making sure Black scientists aren't just participants, but are leaders and creators in this new world.
So as we wrap this up, let's think about this for a second. The quantum revolution is about so much more than just technology. It's a societal one. It's offering us this rare second chance to build a future that's not only more secure, but also more equitable, more innovative, and more reflective of everyone. So the real question isn't just about what the code will do, but who we empower to write it.